Hi guys, I'm Sonal and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share the recipe of a blueberry lemon poke cake, and this is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely decadent and delicious. So I'm using my lemon pound cake recipe for the base, which I'm not making too sweet at this point, and then I'm going to put some Jello, which is again homemade keto Jello, and then some lemon cream on top, and it's going to sort of drop down. So let's go ahead and start the recipe now. 1 cup of almond flour, to which I've added 1 tablespoon of coconut flour and half a teaspoon each of baking powder and baking soda. This is 1/3 cup of coconut oil, and I'm also adding 1/3 cup of lime juice. And I'm going to quickly mix this and then add 3 eggs into this. Once the lime juice goes into it, the baking powder and the baking soda gets activated. So you want to work quickly. I'm just using one pot to make all of this because I like easy recipes, and on most days I don't have the patience of doing everything separately and then mixing everything up. So our batter is ready. You will see that it looks much more puffed up than a regular cake batter, but this batter requires a little more of the leavening agents, and that's the reason it's looking like that. So bake this in the oven at 180 degrees centigrade or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. So our cake is in the oven, and in the meanwhile we're making the gelatin base that we're going to put into the poked cake. Now here I have about 1.5 teaspoon of gelatin, to which I have added about 3 tablespoons of water, and we're going to let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. In the meanwhile, I've taken 1 cup of blueberries and I've made a paste out of it, to which I've added 4 tablespoons of erythritol, and I'm warming this in the microwave. Once it comes out, I'm straining it to just get the juice into our gelatin mixture, and since it's warm, it's going to dissolve the gelatin. And to give it a brighter or a deeper color, I've also added a purple pea flower powder, which is like a blue matcha. It's completely optional. If your blueberries are bright, you don't need to add this. Also, if you can buy sugar-free Jello and you like using that, you can use that to make this. 10 to 12 drops of lemon juice. So once the cake is ready, we're going to poke it and pour this Jello into it. And this is the blueberry Jello. We are going to pour that on our poked cake. So now the second layer is done. We have put it in the refrigerator, and while that is cooling down for a couple of hours, we are making another cream that is going to go on top. Here I have 1 teaspoon of gelatin. As before, I have soaked it in water and I'm setting this aside while I make the cream mixture. So I have 1 cup of fresh cream here. I've added about 1.5 tablespoon of erythritol, and this is a very good quality lemon essence, 1/8 of a teaspoon. I use a chopstick normally to put it in. I'm just trying to bring out the flavor of the cake base through the lemon, and I think that the blueberry and the lemon is a good flavor combination. I'm also adding some stevia. Once you start seeing bubbles on the sides, you want to add the gelatin mixture in so that it melts in the heat, and let it come again to a sort of boil, and then you can switch off the burner. And I've mixed that in, and I'm also adding some gel yellow food color. If you want, you can just leave this out. And here I have about 1.5 cup of cream that I've beaten with some stevia powder. So I've added about half a teaspoon of stevia, not too much because our lemon cream is also sweetened. And if you guys like a little sweeter than I like, you can add a little more of the sweetener. So once all of this is mixed, you can give it a taste. We've put the cream mixture in the freezer, and about half an hour later, it has set to a certain extent, and I'm going to add that to the cream, mix it together. While we are doing all of this, you want to put the cake in the refrigerator. Now I'm pouring this on the cake. We are going to put it in the refrigerator. If you're in a hurry, then you can definitely put it in the freezer and then get it out within maybe 40 minutes or so, and it's going to be just perfect. Now the mistake I made here is that I ran my stand mixer on a very high speed, and that made bubbles. So what I decided is I'm going to pop these bubbles with a toothpick or with a blowtorch. I used a blowtorch, and it gave it that charred look on top, and I loved it. So I went ahead and I did it for the whole of the cake, and it looks great. But if you guys don't have it, you can definitely run it under a very hot broiler and then get it out within a couple of minutes. And then if it is like too runny, you can again put it in the refrigerator. It all depends on you. I like the sort of gooey runny topping, and that is what I was looking for. I got it out within an hour or so, so you can see that it's a little more runny. If you want it set a little more firm, you can leave it in the refrigerator overnight and it'll thicken up a little more. If you guys want a more set kind of a look and thick panna cotta kind of a topping, then you want to put twice as much gelatin. You want to add about 1.5 teaspoon for sure. I'm going to cut a piece for myself and give it a taste. So if you've enjoyed watching the recipe, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell to be notified every time that I add a new recipe. I add one new recipe every week. So share this channel with your friends and family. I try to make keto friendly, inflammation free foods. I try to keep everything healthy and low carb. So I hope you guys support the channel, and thanks for watching. Bye.